Scotty, beam me up.
Oh. Smash.
Get over here. It is pointless to resist.
Born in fire, formed in flames, but it's not afraid of the dark.
Ready? Ready.
If you're ready for fast action, you're ready for the hot new Turbo Glow jump set from Hot Wheels. Take a jump to avoid a crash.
You won't make it. Watch me.
Or make a break for the exit ramp.
We did it!
Turbo Glow jump set includes everything you see here, not for use with some cars. Your parents put it together.
If they're not afraid of the dark.
Turbo Track Turbo Glow jump set from Hot Wheels, born in fire.
Yeah. All right. Welcome to the Geek Den. Chris Delorenzo, what's up, buddy?
How's it going, guys? Thank you for having me.
What's up, dude?
Gotcha. Thanks for coming.
We had to hit the record button before we got on too much of a roll because
No. That makes a lot of sense. We're wasting content.
All right. So we got Game of Thrones wrestling, Fifth Element, and I'm sure we're gonna talk a lot of other shit because that's just what we do. So let's start with Game of Thrones. Craig, you've only seen what, like a couple episodes in season 4, right?
Yep. Couple episodes.
We just watched Joffrey die, I believe.
Yep. That was where we stopped.
Yep.
Fair enough. Good place.
It's one of the best parts of this series.
Like literally,
I laugh every time.
how when are you ever gonna see so many people happy for a kid to die?
Like, yeah.
No one cheers a kid dying, but everybody did.
I laugh my ass off.
Oh, and they did it great. It was gruesome. I
He
didn't know.
suffered. He deserved.
I didn't know how bad they were going to do it because in the books it's bad. So they did pretty good.
Yeah, they did it justice from the books. Oh, it was so gruesome too.
It's like,
It's
damn, yeah, you little shit, good.
It's satisfying in every medium, every single time.
Yes.
Just like when the Ned Stark thing happens, you think every time you think, okay, maybe he can get out of it. Well, this, you know, he's never gonna get out of it. You're just like, I can't wait. I've never wished a kid dead before, but today I do.
Yeah, that's exactly it. Like, you feel horrible saying that kind of stuff.
It's the complete opposite of it. Like,
Yeah.
You're like, oh my Jesus.
You're like, no, not Georgie. You're like, kill that little bastard. Get him.
It's like, just take Joffrey out. Thank you.
But not just take him out, like, make it horrible.
You know, it could have been quick. Could have been like, you know, just like fast and over. They're like, no, he's gonna choke for a while.
Like a 45-second choke scene.
Yeah.
They could have threw him in the battle. He could have grew a pair, and instead, nope,
No,
chokes on a drink.
there was gonna be there's no redemption story for Joffrey. This was just not gonna happen in this book.
Nope.
You might see. You have it. You might get it there with with his dad, but you are not getting it with Joffrey.
Yeah. That's like, I
Even
never in my life laughed so fucking hard at a child dying on screen. Usually I look away from that shit. Like in Hereditary. I don't know if you've seen that movie.
I haven't seen that. No.
Don't. Do not do that to yourself. You like, it's a good movie, but do not do that to yourself. Like, I can't.
Yeah, I've heard. I wasn't really interested in the movie, but I've heard about the scene, and it's not my dig. And I'm cool with like kids dying. You know, I watched The Barn where like she gets like a pickaxe in her head, and she's only like 11 years old. But
Yeah.
yeah, I heard it was a little much.
Oh god, it was so rough. It was so rough. I had to, like, okay, so it's on Prime, right? We're watching it. We get to that part, and I was like, we have to stop this movie. I was like, I need to watch something funny right now. I was like, I cannot continue. I was like, maybe tomorrow. I'll see how I feel. Because
It's funny. We did that the other
it's
night.
rough.
We were watching. We started watching that Hunters show on Prime, where it's Al Pacino and they're going after ex-Nazis.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, there's some scenes in there, and we were watching it, and it was like, gotta put on like a Bob's Burgers or something now, because that was really fucked up, and I can't go to sleep at this moment. It's like that was pretty awful depths right there. We need to.
Yeah. Yep.
You know, hey, they do really good special effects now. What can I say? They're not as funny as they used to be.
That's probably what is up with Hereditary. Like, if it looked more fake, I don't think I would have taken it so rough.
Yeah.
It did not look fake at all, and I was just like, okay, let's watch something else.
Yeah, no, there's the realism is a little too much.
But looping back to Game of Thrones, it's not like that at all with Chopper.
No.
It's just slow
It's
clap.
more like, here, I want to watch this again. Rewind.
Yep. It's like,
You're just thinking,
can we freeze frame this first and analyze just what's happening? He's getting what he fucking deserves first.
you just spent 3 seasons hating Martin for both Robert and Ned dying.
Yeah.
And then it's like, just when I thought you couldn't suck anymore, you go and totally redeem yourself. That's the best part.
You go and do something like this.
Hey, they were
Totally redeem yourself.
They were doing a good job. Lots of kings were dying. It was the Game of Thrones. Kings had to die.
Yeah, you had to keep it up, I guess.
And they made sure you were familiar enough with them that you had just enough invested that when they got killed, you're like, fuck.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Especially in the beginning. From reading the book, watching the show, that was my favorite part about reading the book when the shows were coming out, because I had read them a little bit before then, and all of a sudden I was like, oh, they're going to be on HBO. So my friends are all watching. I'm like, oh yeah, I'll talk to you tonight after this episode. In the beginning, they were pretty spot on, where they were following like 100 pages of the book, like every episode. So it was
So
like,
good.
so it was just like, okay, yeah, I'll talk to you later.
I'm going to really fuck up your day if we talk.
Yeah.
Well, it's kind of the same thing like on AOL Instant Messenger. I don't know if any of you guys ever used that, but
Oh, I remember.
from middle school to high school up until MySpace happened, that was the shit. That's how you talk to everybody, right?
I remember the days when you paid by the minute or the hour, whatever it
Dude,
was.
fuck
Before
that.
that,
Yeah, dude.
like, $20 a month. It
Yep.
used to be like $3 an hour,
Yeah.
$5 an hour, something like
Yep.
that.
Fucking A. But like,
I'm packing groceries in a grocery store so I can sit
Yep.
online and look up like how to beat a video game.
yeah. But it's like when I would tell my friends, all right, I'll be right back. Wrestling's on. And they're like, what? It's 8:00. Nitro's on. I will talk to you in 3 hours. But I'm not going to be awake. We got school in the morning. Exactly.
It's time to go. Yeah, they used to be long. I forgot about that.
Yeah. Yeah. Nitro was 3 hours and Raw was 2. I would always watch first hour of Nitro until Raw came on. Then I would flip it to picture-in-picture and watch Raw until the commercial. And flip back and forth.
I remember doing all that.
Those were the days, man. Long before TiVo and DVR.
Flip back and forth, and yes, I do remember when my parents got a TV with picture-in-picture.
Yes.
Never had one. Not
And it was
once.
that big projection screen TV.
Yep. Oh yeah.
Yeah.
It was like, oh, again, I was like, 48-inch TV. We were
Yeah, fucking A.
I
And it
don't
was
know.
flat. It was a
Yep,
flat.
It was flat. It was a big old box.
But goddamn it, you have to move that son of a bitch.
Yeah. And yeah, we sit there flipping back and forth. Like, all right, this is cool. Commercials on here. Watch this on the big screen. Okay, we're back.
Here it was. Here Nitro was channel 15. Raw was channel 27. Always had them. Always had my recall button ready. Every 4 minutes when the commercials would end.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Raw.
Yeah. At that point, it was like, okay, Nitro's okay. We're done. Let's
Yep.
go. Let's go to Raw. The first hour got me. Thank you.
Especially in 2000, 99, 2000, around that time. I was just like, what the? They're doing the same shit they just did on Raw. No, Vince Russo.
You knock it off.
You son of a bitch.
I don't even remember who was on at the end.
Oh, fuck.
Like I know when I was watching, it was still like DX and stuff on Raw, but I don't remember what was on Nitro at that point on WCW.
Well, you had like 4 different versions of the NWO.
Yeah.
You're the Wolf Pack, but we're the Bear Pack.
Yeah, for fuck's sake. Oh, now we're gonna
It was
merge them.
blue.
We're gonna merge them and split the logo in 3 different colors. No, just have some shirts red and black. Have some shirts black and white. Like, don't confuse people.
Wasn't there like a Mexican
The
NWO
LWO,
too?
the Latino World Order, led by Eddie Guerrero, the late great Eddie Guerrero.
Oh, no shit.
As I've said many a time, those were the days when they could get away with that kind of shit on television.
Yep.
I mean, you might. Well, they kind of do have the Latino World Order these days with LAX, but they're not that famous.
Yeah.
Well,
The stable has. It's kind of like the Four Horsemen. It's been around for like 20 years, right? But it's never had the same members.
no.
It's like a revolving door. It's
Okay.
like everybody is Spinal Tap's drummer. You just keep changing.
Just give me Arn.
Remember when Kevin Nash fucking made fun of him? The NWO made fun of the Horsemen after Arn retired.
They did.
That was something.
They got interesting there, but it was really cool in the beginning.
Oh shit! For a couple of years.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun watching Hogan walk out and just start turning heel was really, really fun.
Yeah,
You're just fucking dying.
ruin everybody's childhood all the time.
Yeah,
It was a brilliant move by
Fuck your
Eric
vitamins,
Bischoff.
Hogan.
Yeah. That's when Eric Bischoff was just throwing a big like fuck you to WWE like every week with all that.
No,
It broke my heart too because I was a Hulkamaniac all day.
I loved
Everybody
it. I thought it was
crushed my
amazing. No, I thought it was great.
Oh,
Like I
looking
said-
back on it now for sure.
Oh yeah, in hindsight, it's brilliant, but going
No,
through
even
this
at
is like-
even at the time, I loved it. I told you, Bret Hart turning on Mariotti, awesome.
Yeah.
It was amazing. I liked when Shawn Michaels turned heel. It was great. Fuck the Rockers, good. I love the Rockers, but then it was great.
You just hit a nerve, buddy.
But he
No,
knows.
Not for
I
me,
just
not for
really
me. I'm with you, but
I just really like Shawn Michaels, and I liked him as a
Team
bad
Mighty
guy,
Committee all
and then I
day.
liked him coming back.
yes, I'm not alone anymore. Thank you, Chris. God damn it.
When he kicked his ass, what was it on? The barbershop.
Yeah.
Yes. That was amazing.
Right through the window.
Was broken as a kid.
Was that like Saturday mornings?
Broken by that.
Saturday. It was either I think that was Saturday night's main event.
Was it on a Saturday night? Okay.
Yeah.
I think.
But either way, it was like, oh, that's a long time ago.
Yeah, that was a long fucking time ago. Shit.
It was either on the main event or it was on Superstars the
It
afternoon.
might have been Superstars.
Okay.
That was on what, Sunday afternoons?
Saturday.
I don't.
Saturday
Yeah.
afternoon. Yeah.
I just know at noon after Saturday morning cartoons, wrestling was on.
Yeah. Same. That's the main thing I look forward to. I love cartoons, but like even then, I always look forward to wrestling and seeing like all their little promos they used to do, like the Undertaker and everybody, and I was like, and on Saturday night's main event when they got all silly and stupid shit all the time.
They cut the most bizarre promo Saturday night every single time. You're just like, what the fuck did he just say?
We're
I'm
hunting
sure
the
that was
pushback.
Warriors plane crash one. Was on Saturday night, and you're like, is he talking about hijacking an airplane for real?
Yeah. Well, at the time, it wasn't.
At the time, it was like, this is the awesomest thing I've ever heard.
Yeah,
Oh, fucking Warriors.
nothing to
Man.
say.
Something, dude.
There's a lot, like you said, there's a lot of stuff that probably wouldn't be around today.
You just wouldn't get away with talk. He's talking about crashing an airplane
Yeah.
in September in the United States. Come on.
Not even that. Like, you got The Rock, and first they have him as the Italian Rocky Maivia, and all of a sudden he's no longer Italian. He's Black Rock, and he's in the Nation of Domination. It's like, who wrote this?
When the hell was he ever Italian? Is what I want to know.
But wasn't he like a Rocky?
Rocky Maivia.
Yeah, but I always thought they called didn't they call him like the Italian something? Or
No.
something like that.
No,
That was South Sincere you're thinking of.
Oh man, that sounds pretty.
the Italian stallion.
Oh, see, I always thought they always
Italian, yeah,
like
was a-
played him off as something else, and then they like, because they definitely didn't. Well, no, didn't they do some stuff where he dressed up as like Hawaiian
Yeah,
or Samoan?
No, that was
that was when he first came in.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I vaguely remember
Remember?
him with some.
He had the fucking weird thing on it.
Yeah.
With the straps.
Yeah.
Remember when DX made fun of him? I don't know what you're cooking.
You can't do that these days. That was rough.
That was rough.
I recently watched that episode too. I was like, wow.
The things we got away with back
Holy shit, 1997.
then.
Well, it's like the golden age of just no. There's no such thing as PC.
But that's
No,
when
they
everybody
did-
was
they
talking about it too.
They made a huge deal about Yokozuna coming in just because he was a huge guy from Japan, and they
Yeah.
made it a whole thing about like America against Japan.
And the funny thing is, they never said he was from Japan. They just they said coming to us from Japan.
Yeah.
By way of Japan, I think is how they announced him.
Yeah.
They just never had him talk.
Right.
Just
He never spoke English. All he said was bonsai. I mean, how do you know he doesn't speak fucking English? Mr. Fuji can't speak fucking English, and he's the mouthpiece.
Yes.
He was what was he? Cousins with the Samoans or something?
Oh, Yokozuna?
Yeah.
Yeah, he was one of them.
Yeah.
Oh, is that what he was?
He was Appa and Sika's nephew.
Okay.
He's Rikishi's cousin and all that.
Yeah. That's right. Yeah.
Didn't
Him
they
and
make a
Roman.
Didn't they do a movie in the 80s?
Who?
The
Bob
Samoan-
Samoan? They might have. I don't know.
I feel like there's-
Maybe they popped in Suburban Commando.
No, I feel like there was some random.
The Undertaker did.
Remember.
The Undertaker's in
Absolutely
Suburban Commando.
garbage.
Yep.
The Undertaker's in it.
That's awesome.
And it's
Speaking
funny,
of which,
they overdubbed his voice with a little kid.
Yeah.
you know,
Fucking hilarious.
you bring up shitty wrestling movies. No Holds Barred when Hogan fought Zeus.
Amazing.
Okay, isn't he the guy that plays the president of the universe in Fifth Element?
Yep.
Yes,
Yep.
that is Tiny Lester.
Tiny Lister. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So amazingly,
President Debo.
Best part about that is when you watch that stupid movie and they're fighting, Hogan is like 5 times his size. Like it's not. It's so anticlimactic. He's been the villain the whole movie, and then he gets in the ring and he's fucking little.
Yeah, but when they did it in person, like in real life, when they actually had him come in as Zeus on TV, he was bigger than Hogan.
He's just a little dude.
It's a Zeus.
Hogan's a pretty big guy. Like,
Yeah.
What were
juice
those?
to the gills?
What were the crazy matches that they used to do with WCW, where it was like cage on top of cage on top of
Oh,
cage?
they only
and you
did
had to,
that
like,
a couple of times.
and you
That
had to
was
like fight your way up or down. I can't remember.
They did that in the late '90s, early 2000s. That was like
Wasn't he in one of those?
Who?
I feel like he, Tiny Lester. I feel like he did one, or like,
I
or
don't
one of those war things that they used
war
to
game.
do.
He was in a War Games match.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, but no, the triple tier cage is what you're talking about.
Triple tier.
And it's on fire with sharks around it.
No, they never lit it on fire. They probably should have. It would have been more entertaining.
And dogs. Dogs.
They tried dogs the one time with Al Snow and Big Boss Man, and it failed miserably. Okay, I'll get to that in a second. But the triple tier cage was basically what they used in the late '90s and 2000s for a replacement for the War Games cage. Like they did the new War Games match in that, and it was just fucking stupid. Because the idea was to climb to the top of the top cage, grab the belt, then climb back down through, and whoever was in possession of the belt could walk through the door and be the champion. That means if you grab the belt from the top of the cage, you're not necessarily the champion.
Yeah.
You have to fight your way back down through. It's so fucking stupid. It's
Why
like
wouldn't you just sit in the corner and let someone else do it?
That's amazing.
exactly. Let them beat the shit out of. Let somebody else do it, and then wait till they get down, and then people the fuck out of them.
Yeah, they'll be tired by then.
Exactly. Yeah, they've already expended all their energy.
Bring the Undertaker in. How do I get down?
Yeah, just throw them off.
I will say I was at I went to SummerSlam. I want to say '98. It was in the Garden in New York City.
Nice. Undertaker versus Austin.
Yeah, but what was the ladder match?
Rock and Triple H.
That's what it was. I knew it was
That's a
Triple
great
H, and I
match,
couldn't
too.
remember who he fought.
That was
It
a
was
good match.
I just because growing up where I was in New Jersey, I was actually I got to see Raw at Meadowlands a couple times because they were always there.
That's
It was
awesome.
always in New York City, but I was a little too
fuck
young
yeah.
then when it was in New York City.
Yep.
Yeah.
But then in '98 I went to Highway to Hell. That's right.
That's
what it
fucking
was.
awesome.
That was cool. And the Raw I went
I've
to,
watched you on TV for
You have.
my life.
I actually had my laser pointer taken away
Oh,
from
no
me
shit.
by security.
Oh, so that was the episode where they had like the spotlight on you. Look at this guy.
They came and
I
got
was
me.
wondering what that tussle was all about.
I'm like, seriously, you freaking got me? I'm like, it didn't even start yet.
Yeah, because that was before they were patting everybody down and shit.
Yeah.
That was long.
But yeah, one of the Raws I went to was when Shawn Michaels came back from his back injury. It was like the first appearance he had. So that was awesome. So again, back to me liking Shawn Michaels. I didn't know that was going to happen, so that was cool.
I've only
could
been
work.
to.
As much as I hate him, he could work.
Yeah, oh, fuck yeah. But I've only been to a couple of Raws and a Thunder. and then a bunch of indie shows. But the one Raw I was at, Chris Jericho won the world title from Triple H.
Oh, that's cool.
And it was the swerve because Earl Hebner made the fast count, so Triple H made him reverse the decision. It was in April of 2000. But I'm telling you, when Chris Jericho got that pin, after that fast count, that place fucking exploded. Like, you can go back and watch the fucking episode and hear the noise. I was one of them. I was like 12 years old, just.
See, I remember Jericho from when he was in, because he was in WCW first, right?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, so I remember him from that, and I think, yeah, he basically came into WWE around when I stopped paying attention too much. Because then I remember him being there, but by then I'm like, I don't know what's going on.
Right. he was actually in WWE longer than anywhere.
Okay.
So, but he's with AEW now, and he's still fucking going at 50 some odd years old.
Jesus, nuts.
Yeah, still doing lion salt and shit like that. I think about doing a lion salt and I break jump. Yeah, my jump is like Stewart from Mad TV. Look what I can do. You know?
7-inch vertical.
If I'm lucky, man.
Tell me, man.
Me and gravity have a close relationship.
Yeah, exactly 9.81 meters per second squared.
I had forgotten that exact measurement, so it's good you reminded me.
I don't remember a lot of science, but that's one of two things.
Yeah. I remember that if you put a bug in a jar with a paper towel soaked in rubbing alcohol and then close it, the bug is going to die soon.
Fair enough.
And it's going to shit all over that paper towel.
That's some science.
Learned that in my 10th grade physics class.
It has nothing to do with physics.
I know! That's the funny part. Because she was like, we're going to do something off the books today. And I was like, why?
You're going to take a magnifying glass and burn a bug.
I was doing that shit in kindergarten.
She just wanted to kill bugs.
Actually, that class was like half physics, half biology. Now that I'm remembering, we did a lot of. Because we did a lot of.
Years ago, one of these bugs bit me.
I kill 300 of them a year now.
I kill a lot of bugs. I do, man. We get those Asian beetles in the window. They look like ladybugs, but they're not.
Yeah.
They're nasty.
Oh, I get those beetles that, like, you know, they're that jade color, like when their wings are up.
Yeah.
You know what a Hilgemite is?
They dive bomb the hell out of us here.
Oh, God.
They're huge. They're like, they don't do anything, but they're just like this big and they pelt you in the head.
They're like locusts almost.
I'm so glad I live in the Arctic. None of that shit.
I got black widows and
I don't have that.
Brown widows, which apparently they just don't really attack.
They're
not as vicious. I don't know.
We get the brown recluse.
Yeah, we have those too. Yeah, that makes me want to burn the whole house down.
Yeah, wolf spiders are another
city. If someone told me there was one of those here, I'd burn this city to the fucking without remorse. I don't care.
Oh man,
I have no time for that. No spiders. Fuck that.
You know what a Hilgemite is?
I don't know what any of that is because I live in snow.
Okay, I'll try to describe it. It looks like a locust with fucking pinchers on it on the front.
Oh, okay.
I'm not down with
that. Oh, we get locusts.
You bastard.
They're huge too. The ones we get.
Oh, these things are like that fucking big.
Yeah, I'd never seen a locust where I lived in New Jersey. Not like these when we moved out here. So I got I put the broom next to it on the phone, and it's like, you know, like this. Like, this is just a giant thing hanging out on the fence, and I'm like, I don't know what to do. I don't know what this is. What's gonna happen here?
I think we're gonna have to fist fight a bug.
I'm like, I you know what I know about locusts? They were in the Bible. That's about all I know about it.
And that's some serious shit when it ends up in that book. The fuck?
Are they gonna eat my lawn?
Yeah. Or firstborn or something? I didn't read the whole thing.
All right, guys, we're having some technical difficulties, so we're going to take a quick break.
Ah, shit. Is it me again?
It starts with the dot that's hot. The animator, the animator.
Ready for fun?
Move it left, move it right, move it up, move it
The
down.
animator from Irwin.
Draw it, save it, draw it, save it. The animator, the animator.
It brings drawings to life and life to your drawings.
It's going places, so going places.
Batteries not included. The animator, new from Irwin.
I know a boy, his name is Zach. His microchips are out of whack. He built a Blacktron Cadillac. He's Zach, the Lego maniac. He sent his cosmic fleet to Mars. He's out there cruising with the stars. His mind is lost in outer space. A Legoland basket case. Zach, Zach, he's a Lego maniac. Zach, Zach, he's a Lego maniac. A cosmonaut, Earth calling Zach. Hey Zach, come down.
Okay, we're back. Zoom gives us notifications.
Yep.
Says, hey, we're taping this.
You have permission? No.
No, I don't. I'm going to do what I want. I'm an adult.
What is this? What is this crazy contraption talking to people through a monitor?
You guys are alive right now?
It's sorcery.
You guys are real? Like, we're literally talking to each other?
Like back in my day, applications came on floppy disks.
God, floppy disk.
No one even knows what that is, and that's still the icon for fucking save.
That's the best part.
When 2 megabytes was a lot of memory.
The first time I was in university, I had a 14K fucking modem.
Yep.
Oh yeah, I remember. And then I remember upgrading to my 56.6, and it was like, oh yeah.
You're just pointing at everyone, you fucking slow peasants.
Like, yeah. Before, the picture used to go like this. Now it kind of goes like this.
I can play online games, sort of. Maybe.
I downloaded Snood.
Oh my god, that was my shit, dude.
Took 7 days to get the pink Power Ranger naked.
No. We can't. He can't mention Zoom and us not Snood and us not talk about it.
Because it was one of the greatest games ever.
He just dropped a fucking name, and we got to pick that up and talk about it.
And just to make it a little more nerdy, it was featured in the show Undeclared, which is where like Seth Rogen made his feature here in the States. Same with Jay Baruchel.
That's a fucking
Freaks
deep
and
dive.
Geeks.
Holy shit.
Freaks and Geeks came out before that, though.
Freaks and Geeks came out first, but then oh, that's right, Seth Rogen was in Freaks and Geeks. I forgot about that.
Yep.
That's right.
Who is your dad? Hitler?
But a lot of people were in that Undeclared show. That went,
Yeah.
Well, the one guy was Sons of Anarchy then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he was also in Green Street Hooligans, which is a great soccer show. A movie.
That's true. You know the fedora guy from the meme?
I think I lost James on this part.
Yep, James froze up on my end.
Me too.
Okay,
That's weird.
I'll be back.
Not on mine, but that's okay.
Yeah. Okay.
We'll just pretend like he's there. Hey, James, what's cracking, buddy?
No, that's
Good
what I
idea.
mean. He froze up on my end too, so
Okay.
Go back on. I'll be back. Man, it is the night of glitches. We are in it tonight.
It's because I finished school early. That's what the fuck it was. Some bullshit.
Uranus was in
This will
retrograde.
not be edited, folks.
My anus is always in retrograde. It's bad news for everyone. The game you're talking about, is that the type in command?
What was it?
I don't remember that. You were talking about Crude or Snood?
No, Snood. Snood. It was basically like one of the. It's not the first, but it was one of those games where you like shoot stuff at matching things, but they were like little like goblin heads. So you match like the little like goblin faces. They were different colors, so it was like blue, red, yellow.
Oh damn! I don't even know that game at all.
It was awesome at the time. I think you could get it on your phone now. It's like a free app at this point. Because again,
Isn't that
was
funny?
Yeah, something that I paid like $10 for 20 some odd years ago.
It probably took them fucking 8 months to develop it into a cartridge, and then they made it into an app in like fucking 45 minutes.
They're like, oh, I spent my entire last year of college. This was my thesis. I made Snood.
I was thinking about that. Like, I have an app. Pick an app. Even the most basic one takes about 75 minutes. Nothing to program. I remember having an Atari where I could program a bird flying across the screen, and that took me like fucking 7.5 hours just to type in all that code.
I'll tell you, I took programming for a semester first year of college, and this was in 2000.
Oh shit.
So I did like Q Basic and C++. I couldn't do a fucking thing right now if you tried to get me to, but I knew it took me hours to make two numbers add up.
Oh, fuck. See, that's what I'm doing for my I need 3 more credits in science, so I'm taking computer sciences. Fuck. I'm not looking forward to it. I might as well take biology or some other bullshit.
I don't know, you might be better off. It was not my Q Basic was or whatever it was really easy. It was when we got into C++, and it was like, okay, I kind of don't get what the hell you're doing anymore. This is not for me. Glad I'm not doing this. This is just a prereq, but
I did programming as a job, but I shouldn't even be saying that. I should be ashamed of myself just to call myself a programmer. I programmed the lights in a building, and I worked on a drink dispenser, for a touch screen, but outside of that, I was garbage. Like, there was no reason for me to collect an income doing that job at all. I made a light go on and off. Like, that is the height of my ability. It's not right. That's why I'm liberal arts all the way. You science guys, nope, I'm not doing that shit. You don't want to trust anything. Mm-mm.
It's like when I carved a car out of wood in like 10th grade and beat the other people, but obviously I ain't no engineer. I just got lucky that my car, when I put the little nitrous tube in it, shot quicker than everybody else's.
Never got to make one of those cars. No, I'm joking.
I got to do one for Boy Scouts once, and I didn't have any woodworking tools, so all it ended up being was the same block of wood they give you with fucking wheels on it. It was garbage. And the funny part is it's a ramp that goes down, and my car was so fucking bad, and with gravity on its side, it didn't even get down the fucking angle. It just stopped halfway down. That's why I was much of a scout.
I'm not leaving until we win the race.
You'd see everybody else in Scouts. Their dad like carved them. It's like a wedge. There's all these weights in it. Meanwhile, my dad, because my dad was getting high, so he would like make this designed car that looked like an old ass, I don't know, Studebaker by the time it's all done. And he would just drill like a couple screws up into it, and then like, here you go, kiddo. Let's chow it. We didn't do too well, but my car looked good.
I took a hacksaw and I tried to plane it so that it had some kind of aerodynamics, and I think I got like a 1/4 inch in and I stopped. And so you could see on the car there was a cut in it. Well, I'll just draw on it with felts and make it look like I did something.
Oh,
and
man.
worst scout of the year is Matt McKeever again.
Boo him.
Boo this man.
Boo.
You'll never be an Eagle Scout. You can't even be a Beagle Scout.
You can't cut it.
Yeah, I had a rough time on the fucking scout camp out, and I thought, you know what would be a great idea? Enlisting. Because that's going to be way better. Probably the only person in the history of ever to say that.
I do like to get yelled at.
Yeah.
So there is that.
You may be on to something, Chris Delorenzo.
Yeah. Took me a second. It's like, you know what? Shit. Where were you 25 years ago? Not with me while I was enlisting, you shit.
I'll find someone to yell at you. It's cool.
No, his wife does that.
Yeah, I tried to look tough yesterday on a video call, and it just fell flat every fucking time.
Can confirm.
Yeah, it was with him. He's not taking any of my shit yesterday.
Fucking hilarious. Fucking hilarious. So, we just been bouncing around here.
Yeah, well, Game of Thrones is that.
Yeah, let's go back there. Let's open that door again.
There was a fork on the road, and we just went straight into some trees or something.
No, you both were stepped away during this, but yeah, Matt brought up gravity. How fast did Bran fall from that tower? Segue.
Oh man,
It really is. I think gravity is the exact same there.
when Bran hits the ground, that's when you're like, well, shit, Newton was right.
You know what? Hell of a way to start the first episode of a series.
Fucking crazy.
Like, oh, they're brother and sister, and they're doing it. Yeah. Well, here you go, kid. Undertaker's right out the window.
Woo.
What's funny about that is I couldn't get past Cersei and Jaime for the longest time, dude. I didn't get past that point in the series until they'd finished filming season 7.
Yeah, well, again, like, I don't know how many shows really show incest where it's like featured weekly.
And it's important. It's a part of the fucking story. A big part of the fucking story. It's not auxiliary.
Honestly, the only other thing I can think of, have you ever seen the X-Files?
Yeah.
Where it's like the incest brothers with the mother under the little, where they're all banging them up. Like, it's the most fucked up X-Files ever. But where else do you see incest? Not much. The yokels on The Simpsons. What's his name? I can't remember. Cletus, the slack jaw.
Oh my god.
Hey, Brandon, I found you some boots you can wear to work. You know they'll scuff up the dance floor.
Jesus Christ. Yeah, Bran fell out of the tower.
And there was really no turning back after
No.
that point. They just hit the ground running and kind of took off for the rest of that season.
You light the fuse, there's your bottle rocket, and this is one of those special ones that hangs out for a minute.
And that's the irony of that, is that if I had just bothered to watch for fucking 6 more minutes, I would have been through that part, right? And that's what draws you into the series, is a grown man fucking tosses a kid out a window. What the fuck? Yeah. And then 4 seasons later, you go on to cheer the death of a child. That's the fucking irony of it.
And not even that. The guy who threw the child out the window, you then go to cheer on later on in the series.
Yeah, he's like, how does this guy fucking redeem himself? I don't know, but he just fucking did it.
Oh, wait, there's
twice.
Again.
It's like, thank you for bringing us back. We've done a complete reset. Wait, no. I don't know. You always go back and forth between sucking and being awesome. I don't know, man.
It's like the weirdest game of ping pong ever.
Hey, Krieger, I'm really sorry for this in advance, but the best fucking part is when you know he's going to be a piece of shit and go back to Cersei. But on the way there,
it's phenomenal.
Fucking dying. And he runs into Euron. And Euron's like, we got to fight now, bud. And he's like, okay. One-handed, he fights the fucking toughest Ironborn motherfucker in one of the greatest fights in the series, right? Like, it was pretty fucking epic for a left-hander.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who was a right-hander?
Yeah.
Right? And then he goes and confirms, yep, piece of shit.
Yeah.
And the best part of that, Chris, is the memes that came out afterwards. Like, if they would have just stood 10 feet over.
All of them. Just like literally, there's no rocks anywhere else in the room.
I think that is the best summary of season 8. 10 feet to the right.
You know what though? There was one when it was all done that was amazing. Is like who would literally finally win the Game of Thrones? I'm not gonna spoil too much, but it was just a really, 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 really big staircase.
Yeah.
and exactly, you read it. Who'd win the Game of Thrones? A staircase.
Just an inaccessible place wins the Game of Thrones.
Oh my fucking god.
Oh my god. That is the absolute worst part of the series.
Oh,
they got a little again. These. What did they do before Game of Thrones? Benoit. They
color
worked
with
on
crayons.
stuff.
I don't know.
Yeah, but that was the thing. Like they had worked on other like kind of important things. I thought. So I didn't expect them to blow it the way they did.
Well, you know, here's the other part. I think a lot of people are afraid to admit it, but right before that episode came out, the script leaked, and I think a lot of people got a hold of it, because I was one of them. And you're like, please don't be this, please don't be this, please don't be this, and you're watching it like, it's this. It's this.
I made sure not to read that. Those are some things that I do stay away from. I'll watch every trailer you throw out there, but as soon as somebody's like a script leak, I'm like, that's just gonna ruin everything.
Yeah.
What really bothered me about it was the little council or the small council at the end. It's like, really? These are all rejects. This is a fucking farm team. Get out of here.
And who had a greater story than the kid who really didn't do a lot the entire fucking story?
I think the best part of that is when the Well, Kat Stark's brother stands up and is like, well, I've never been in charge before, but they're like, shut the fuck up and sit down.
Yeah,
that was
the only part that was that was their only redemption right there. It was like, well,
fuck up, Donnie, you're out of your element.
You're a fucking moron. Shut up. And then they're like, well, maybe we could vote on it. They're like, ha 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 ha. Democracy's stupid.
Yes. Like, I want to get what's her name wants to keep her island and Sancho's just like, well,
the wall.
Yeah. Yeah, and again, like, kind of good, but the whole reason he would have gone north of the wall has been dead for seasons. So maybe.
Because the fucking North seceded, who's going to keep him up there? He can do whatever he wants. It's not like the Starks are going to rat him out.
No, he can come down. It's
He killed all the fucking zombie ice people, so it's like, well, what the fuck you got to do up there anyway? The wall's gone, you stupid bastard.
The two monarchs of this continent, my brother and sister, they're gonna rat me out if I come back down.
And even if he does rat me out, he's a fucking cripple anyway.
Yeah, but he can get like a snow leopard after him. So there is that.
Oh, holy shit.
And then the only one worth a damn just went west to nowhere.
Yeah, they. I'm not a fan of where Arya's story went with anything.
Sum it up in 2 words: missed opportunity.
So much promise, and then they were just like, here you go.
For what they did to that character, if they would have just stopped filming her after her response to the Red Wedding,
yeah,
they'd have just stopped, that character arc would have been done.
It would have been better.
Yep.
I do love the pictures of when they showed them doing the table read, and you like see what's his name, Jon Snow. I can't think of what his real name is.
Kit Harington.
Oh, shit.
There you go.
Yeah.
His face when I guess they find out that it's Arya who does her job, because he looks like, and she looks happy as shit.
No shit. Well, they spend fucking 9 seasons building up that it's gonna be him. Meanwhile, when it goes down, he's hiding behind a fucking rock. What the fuck?
They pin him down. I mean, at least it was a dragon, I guess. I don't know. It was an ice dragon. I don't even know. No one's seen it.
He ignored Dungeons and Dragons rules too, that son of a bitch.
He was loud. He was loud.
What kind of fucking Dracolic was that?
Oh my
God. Put it right to the internet.
You are the ones who are the ball lickers.
Yeah, there you go. It's like, they knew this was gonna come.
Oh. Why don't we take another quick break, fellas?
All right.
Break up again?
Yeah.
Ask him, ask him! Ask Xandar! Xandar, am I going to the prom with a geek? Please say no.
Excellent chance.
You're going to the prom with a geek? Okay, my turn. Do I have a secret admirer?
Absolutely.
He knows everything.
Ask Xandar. Wave your hand and he speaks. Guess what he predicts, and the winner gets the special fortune read.
You will get a phone call about this.
Ask Xandar, the talking wizard game.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Ain't nothing like the real thing, baby.
Burger King introduces chicken tenders, real fillets of all white meat chicken breasts, not formed bits and pieces of chicken like McNuggets, real chicken fillets.
Ain't nothing like the real thing.
Time to make the donuts.
Introducing a big idea from a giant in the business, the world's smallest donuts. Ta-da! In new Dunkin' Donut cereal, you get delicious, crunchy little donuts by the hundreds. All your favorite donut shapes, rings, holes, and twists. You can choose rich chocolate or glazed donut flavors, or both as part of a nutritious breakfast. Dunkin' Donut cereal, crunchy little donuts, great big taste.
Time to eat the donuts.
Okay.
Yeah.
And we're back. Chris, on our break, you decided to hold up your beer can.
Oh yeah, that's right.
When there were no viewers.
No, forgot about the recording part. Should probably pay attention to that. But yeah, just because I'm pretty certain there might be some people up near San Jose, California.
Oh, right on. Strike Brewing Company. Is it pretty good stuff there?
Yeah, not bad.
Right on.
They're big. They're up in, like I said, Santa Cruz. I would actually have been up to there. That was the furthest north we'd made it into California so far. So we were close. I think that's about an hour south of San Francisco.
Mm-hmm.
So something like that. So I got to start. Our next one will be to at least make it that far.
Yeah. Yeah. California is. It's got a lot of sites.
It's a big ass state.
It's beautiful too.
Yeah. Well, I'm right outside. I am right on the cusp of the desert. So yeah. I'm about an hour outside of LA. Mm-hmm. I'm right on the cusp of the desert. Like 2 weekends ago was when we went to go see the Cabazon dinosaurs, and that's from Pee Wee Herman's Big Adventure, where it gets dropped off by Large Marge. Yeah. And I'm about around an hour from Joshua Tree. So, you two, fucking Joshua Tree.
I used to live out there when I was a little kid.
Yeah, so I lived in.
Yeah. And I work out a little more east of Palm Springs. So I'm out so it's the desert. Yeah. It gets hot.
I lived there. I lived in right outside Lancaster.
Okay.
California City to be exact.
Okay.
Yeah,
I know.
Right there in the
I know of Lancaster. I'm still not entirely sure because
we've been here in the desert.
We've been here about 6 years now, and I still don't know everything. Usually we go to about San Diego, so I know here to San Diego a little bit where I am, and then where I go to work. Once you started going in other directions, I'm like, I don't know what that is.
The city. Hey, look, another city.
Yeah, exactly.
You got a desert on the right and a city on the left. That's all you need to know.
The town I live in now is 90,000 people. The town I grew up in, and I lived outside of New York City, and we were only a town of less than 20,000 at that time, I think. Wow. I know it's had a boom since I've moved out of there over 10 years ago, but I know for my high school class was tiny for where I grew up, but we had 280 for my graduating class.
Yeah, given the area, that is pretty small.
Around me, 1,800 is not uncommon, so we were a very small town. Yeah.
Yeah, for real.
We had the biggest grad class in the history of the school at 205.
See, I was just about to say, my graduating class was 350 kids. And so, yeah, I get that. Small town.
No, and it's actually funny because a friend of mine from 2 towns over, this other town, even smaller because it's literally I don't know why it's another town. It's literally basically a road and a couple roads off of it, all encompassed by the other town. And I think he said his graduating high school class was 90 kids, but yet the town that completely surrounds his town, it had to be over 1,000.
Wow, that's crazy. Yeah, where my dad's from in Alabama, every little town has their own high school, and you're talking a graduating class of maybe 40 people.
That's ridiculous,
right? And I think about where I grew up, and I'm
yeah,
holy shit! You literally know everybody.
Yes, I thought it was funny at mine. They were naming people. Oh,
Can't hear you, Matt.
yeah.
There we go. How's that?
There you go.
Sorry. All I said was until I was 21, I hadn't lived in a town of more than 4,000 people my whole life.
Okay.
Yeah.
But that's understandable. Where you are is like, you know, are you much further apart from like other areas?
Oh, absolutely. Like even I told the boys that every day we drove over 100 kilometers to school. Every day.
Oh yeah. Elementary school, I walked up and down the hill, and I was in my elementary school. Took like 5 minutes. Junior high, there was apartment buildings across from my house, so I walked through their little alleyway and down into the schoolyard for the junior high, and then the high school was across the street from that. So I literally woke up like 5 minutes before school every day, just like rolled out of bed, and was still early.
I only lived like 7 miles from my school. But on a bus, that's a long fucking ride.
Yeah, see, I
Especially
never had
when
to do
you're
any
one
of
of the
that.
first ones to get on that bus.
Oof. Yeah, you got to do every
Well,
stop.
no, in high school, I was one of the last ones, but in elementary school and middle school, I was one of the first. That fucking sucked.
Oh no, it wasn't like that for me. It was just fucking from my house to the school was 101 kilometers.
That's crazy.
Yeah,
And
you
it was
live
a
like
bus at 5:30
in
every
3
day.
miles of our
Oof. Oh.
Within 3,
30
yeah.
everyone.
Within 3 miles of all the schools, like
in the area. Yep, high school, middle school, like the intermediate school, elementary school.
oh, dude,
But it's still like a 40-minute bus ride for the kids. It's insane.
That stinks.
Yeah.
My town didn't even have buses because it was so small.
Oh shit.
damn.
Like my town was like 3 square miles. It's like ridiculously tiny. It's like we're surrounded by all towns that have like a much larger population than us. I don't know why we were this little town in the middle of it.
God.
Because for me to get to if I hopped on the highway and went through Lincoln's Tunnel, I was in Manhattan in like 15 minutes.
All right.
Yeah.
We were a big, it was like an Italian town where everybody was like semi-mafia. A long time ago.
Dig it.
And
It's
it probably
awesome.
still was when I was there and just didn't know any of it, but
Yeah.
because my grandfather was a
Right.
detective. Well, yeah, wink, wink. No, my grandfather was a detective, and he busted a poker game.
No.
This is a
shit.
long time ago, obviously. And yeah, the head of the police at that time called him up. He's like, "Yeah, you got to let those guys go." He's like, "Yeah, you can't hold them."
They're kind of paying our bill.
Yeah, just
Fucking brilliant.
apologize, let them go. Everything's cool. Nobody's angry. You're new.
Just bump on the way out. It's fine.
Yeah, our town was weird.
More hilarious. I lived 4 hours from New York City most of my life, and I've never fucking been there.
See, you know, it's crazy. I lived, again, as close as I was. If I went and stood on my parents' front yard, there were the Twin Towers.
That's nuts.
I could see them from my house. I was at college when all that went down. That's the only reason I didn't like. I would have if I was in about an hour south at that time. So otherwise, I would have been able to just like walk out onto my front yard.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy. That's insane.
Fuck. I just remembered. Well, we're both the same age. I was fucking driving to work, and the guy gets on the radio and he's like, "This must be a prank," but a fucking plane flew into the World Trade Center. And I'm like, "What kind of fucking prank is that?"
Yeah.
Yeah,
and then I got to work and they're like, "Yeah, a plane flew into the Trade Center." It's like, what the fuck? And then it happens again. Like, I wasn't in college, but they shut down everything.
Everything.
In Canada for 2 weeks. It was done.
Same. We were, like I said, we just literally sit there and did nothing for a really long time at school because they shut everything down.
Kind of like the first 2 weeks of lockdown.
Yeah.
Yep.
I wasn't, I didn't have a class at that time in the morning, so I was actually still asleep. So the only reason I didn't know anything about it until my roommates came back because they were all like, they were in class and they were like, go home, go back to your rooms, go back to your dorms, whatever, your apartments. Yeah. So that's how I found out because they came home and woke me up.
Yeah. I was a senior in high school when it happened, and we only lived like an hour from New York City, so
yeah,
it was insane around here. Like,
yeah,
this school was mobbed with parents trying to like check on their kids and everything, and I'll never forget that day just because
didn't one of them go down in Pennsylvania?
Out towards Pittsburgh.
Yeah, but out towards Pittsburgh. Yeah.
Still, that's close.
Yeah, they were afraid of Philadelphia.
It's weird.
Really
somebody got the hijacker under control and was able to divert the plane, so it didn't.
Yeah.
Even still, fuck around.
Yeah.
They still fucking
those
big
people
plane,
sacrificed themselves to save a lot more lives. Because that one was headed towards the White House.
Yeah.
That's fucking bad news bears written all over that.
Yep. They were able to divert it and get it away and crash it in a field. It's crazy to fucking think about that shit these days.
Yeah.
That was
crazy to think it was almost 20 years ago.
And it's history.
There's so many people alive. Like, how many? What was it? Now I think they said last year was the first time people who graduated high school were not alive or something like that. It was like with whatever you got to look at. I forget the age.
Yeah.
Or 2 years ago, I guess, at this point.
Might have been 2 years ago, yeah.
Yeah, it's been like 2 years ago at this point. People were born who weren't alive when it happened.
People graduating,
I mean.
Yeah, that's fucking insane. Because I remember it like it was fucking yesterday.
Well, it's because you remember what it was like before that.
Yeah,
right?
I do.
Those people don't have a frame of reference. It's all been fucking NSA since then.
Yeah, their entire life was post 9/11. So
I used to just walk out my front door every day, and there, if you looked in like one direction, there it would have been.
Yeah.
I went from fucking Canada to San Diego with my birth certificate.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yep.
Yeah. Yeah. Same.
That's
I went from
that many years
to Toronto.
old.
That's pretty funny.
I wasn't driving, but I was able to do the same trip pretty much.
I didn't have photo ID. I didn't have a passport. Nothing.
Guess what?
I was 14.
We were also blowing out candles on birthday cakes. We were crazy motherfuckers. What are you gonna do?
Some people still do that shit.
Listen to this guy making sense. That's a fair point.
I remember when Chuck E. Cheese wasn't creepy.
Yeah. I remember Showbiz.
Playground City.
See, we had Rockin' Bullwinkles here.
That's awesome.
Now, when I was like a little kid living in California, a couple places we would always go. We always went to Disneyland because it was like an hour away.
Yeah.
And then we would go to Knott's Berry Farm.
Oh yeah.
That place.
I've yet to be to either of them, but I
Knott's Berry Farm. I remember when I was a kid, like it being a lot of fucking fun.
Yeah.
And at that time, I hated roller coasters, but now I love them. So I really want to fucking go back.
Because they have some pretty good ones from what I hear.
Yeah. Well, that company owns a lot of amusement parks around the country. And
okay. And they're cheap.
Yeah, they're not expensive at all.
No, considering it's right near, like you said, Disneyland, and I want to say we have a Six Flags that's somewhere about 3 hours north of me. I think
the mountain.
Yeah, I want to say it's like 3 hours north of me, if I'm correct. I could be way wrong because I've never actually looked it up.
I want to say California has a couple of Six Flags.
Yeah,
I could be wrong.
I know there's one somewhat near me, but
yeah,
Knott's Berry Farm is supposed to have some really good roller coasters, and it's really not that expensive. From what I've heard.
Not. That company is very good, very affordable.
Yeah,
their amusement parks, because they have Dorney Park out in Allentown, and Cedar Point, and then Kings Island,
I remember Dorney Park,
Carowinds, and North and South Carolina. Canada's Wonderland, I think, is owned by them. Yeah, they own a
Okay.
lot of fucking parks.
Yeah, I live like maybe 10 minutes from Dorney Park.
Lucky bastard.
We don't have one anywhere near me at all. I think Joe lives closer to me.
Doesn't the West Edmonton Mall have a roller coaster in it?
Yeah, but are you kidding? Compared to what you guys are talking about, that's not even a conversation. Get the fuck out of here.
That's funny though, because I didn't live that far then from Dorney Park either. I've never been there, but I know of it because I remember always seeing the commercials.
Yeah,
it's the only place I've ever been that I've walked into and out of a blister within an hour of each other.
Jesus.
Yeah. Didn't notice it until too late.
Yeah.
I was like, man, my foot really fucking hurts. And I took my shoe off and I was like, that's why. All right. I was wearing flip-flops all day. Go me.
Yeah, there's
walking on
nowhere-
concrete.
We don't have any kind of roller coasters here like you guys have. Like, it's not even a conversation. I think Callaway Park has some, but not even. Don't call it a roller coaster. It's a fucking joke.
Chris, have you ever heard of Knoebels?
Oh yes, my wife has told me about Knoebels.
An
It's
hour
like
from my
free,
house.
isn't it?
It's free admission.
Yeah.
You gotta, but
you buy tickets for like the
you
rides.
buy tickets for rides, but don't go to the ticket kiosks. You ever come here and we go there, you go with me. I'll show you where to get the tickets because you can use those tickets for food.
I was gonna say, do you just buy them from people walking out? 'Cause I feel like that's what I'd probably do.
Fair tickets?
Well, the best part about the tickets, though, is that they don't expire. You can use one from years ago, and they'll still take them.
That's what Danielle said. I remember her telling me that.
Awesome.
You know, it's
And the
funny
food is
'cause
amazing.
we have some cards from the boardwalk up in Santa Cruz, basically from the same thing.
Yeah.
It was people, again, we were there when my kid was like 1.5, so people were like, oh, we're leaving, you want our cards? Oh, you're leaving, you want our cards? I'm like, all right, cool. So I have like a bunch
that
of
doesn't
cards.
happen.
I don't know
'Cause
what's going
everybody that
on.
goes there regularly, so they can get the tickets.
No, we definitely had somebody like give us their card. I don't know what's on it. It's still like because again we had already bought one, so it was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
whatever. They were like, we just want to get rid of it, so they gave it to us. They're like, your kid can use it. I'm like, he's 1.5. It's cool.
What's he gonna do? He'll slobber on it.
But hey, if I ever go back, I have all these cards.
But all right, so we were supposed to be talking about The Fifth Element.
And that movie is like an amusement park.
It really
With
is.
so much color.
There's a lot of color in that movie, man.
Yep.
Sounds and craziness and
my favorite part, one of them anyway, because it's full of great lines and fucking scenes. Like, I'm a meat popsicle. It's my favorite line in that entire fucking movie. Fucking, he's just perfectly delivered. Bruce Willis. Well done.
just got to get away from the cops. Whatever it takes.
But one of my favorite scenes is whenever he's eating Chinese food, and it's Uncle Benny from Lethal Weapon 4.
Yes.
I love that man. Everything he's ever been in, it's fucking great.
The crazy thing about that movie is watching it today, it ages really well.
It does.
Up.
The
holds the fuck up.
The special effects are still very nice on that movie.
Well, and there's
Especially
not
for the
like-
time that it was made.
Yeah, and there were no present references in it, so it's not like there was nothing to lose in it.
Yeah.
And it was fucking really good for, well, I watched an hour and 5 minutes today. It was fantastic.
No, well, you know what? They also did a lot of practical special effects because that's what it was. It was still made at a time where they would do a lot of like, we're gonna make this. We're not gonna use a computer to do this. Like, you know,
The only CG really is when they're in the air.
Yeah, space stuff. Any flying, like space stuff. Yeah, all the aliens are all like, actual.
It's all
like,
practical. Yeah.
Yeah, it's cool. It's cool.
Awesome.
They did a really good. They must have spent a shit ton of money on that movie when they made that. At that time.
Yeah. And the cast that they had.
Yeah, great actors. You can never go wrong with Gary Oldman. It's just not gonna happen. It'll just never happen. So you just keep making that stuff.
Gary Oldman is
Put him in it.
a wonderful, wonderful, wonderful man. Great actor. And he's he can do anything.
Yeah. Good guy, bad guy, whatever.
Dracula.
Just there. Yep.
Lieutenant Gordon.
Yeah, Lieutenant Gordon.
Jim Gordon.
I mean, I'll take obnoxious Chris Tucker over just about anybody any day. Like that guy is fucking hilarious.
He definitely. He definitely made that his part.
Yeah.
He stole the scene the minute he walked in there.
Every time he was on camera, it was him.
Between the hair and the costumes, they were just like, we're going all out here.
He's just a loud dude.
Yeah.
Super loud. But everything was a mix of a dress to minus the leopard one. Or no, I think that was a pantsuit. Even
I don't know.
It was always a mix of a dress and a suit thing going on, whatever he was wearing.
A lot of one-piece hats.
Yeah, everything was from here, and then sometimes it was pant leg, sometimes it was dress, but there might be a jacket,
fucking collar happening. The collar out to here, it was all fucking vibrant.
And then whatever his unicorn hair thing was.
Yeah. When he has roses wrapped all around here.
Yep.
Well, they were at the opera. You gotta get dressed up.
Corbin, my man, I don't have any fire.
And what was the name of the opera lady? Because she was, again, there's practical effects.
Diva Laguna.
Yeah, and that was cool. She looked cool.
Mm-hmm. And holy shit, the fucking singer on that.
Yeah, whatever they did, that had to be mixing a bunch of voices.
It was one voice, but it was layered.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Very cool.
But just the notes that she was hitting would shatter glass.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I would have never guessed that was all one person. I thought they took a bunch of different voices and kind of just one
person.
Because I know that's what they did with the Hulk. I know. So I figured it was kind of something similar to that.
I think the singer and the actor are different people.
Oh, gotcha. But it's still one person doing all the singing parts, which is crazy.
Yeah, the singing is all one person. And as far as I'm to the best of my knowledge, and I scour IMDb trivia sections, and it's just what I do. I've done it long before this, so I don't know. It always fascinated me, behind the scenes shit. You know what I mean? And that was one of the things I want to say that I read was that the singer on that song was all one person.
That's very cool.
Yeah, and it's just the range is incredible.
I think Matt might have been talking, and I don't know if any of us have heard him. Oh, nope, never mind. I just heard something.
Wasn't me.
Nope, he's just glitching again.
Oh, damn it.
That is a living glitch.
Try this. There.
You're good.
There you go.
There we go. But, yeah. Fifth
Stupid
Element.
Canada.
I want to say I was 13 before I saw that.
Your socialist internet.
Socialist internet.
Share it. It's bullshit.
You have your shots. You should have 5G now.
I know, right? And it doesn't happen at all. Never.
No, that was just a string of movies with Fifth Element was just a cool sci-fi movie to come out in the 90s. We had a bunch of them. There was a ton that came out in the 90s. Independence Day, cool sci-fi movie. We had
great movie.
Predator 2 was the 90s, and damn, I like Predator 2. I don't care.
A lot of people do. A lot of people like it better than the first one, but
I'm not gonna say it's better.
No, I've heard a lot of people say it.
Yeah, I've heard people say that, but I will put them equal because they're different stories just because they're not the same people. If it was same people type thing, I'd be like, but like automatically, like I can look at the later ones and be like, no, that's crappy. It was just a shitty movie. Didn't matter if they got the same people. They just didn't do a really good job.
Yeah, like I was a huge Schwarzenegger fan growing up, so like I didn't see the second one near as much.
I like Danny Glover, and it was when Gary Busey wasn't crazy.
I love both of those men.
Yeah, Gary Busey wasn't totally nuts yet.
Like Lethal Weapon, they were both in Lethal Weapon. They were both great in Lethal Weapon. So I'm like, okay, they've got to be good in Predator too.
And again, what's his name?
I still haven't given it a fair shake.
Shit, what's it? Paxton. I
Bill
almost
Paxton.
completely forgot that Bill Paxton was in it.
Yeah.
Jesus.
Yeah.
Another great actor.
Yeah.
My wife and I, not too long ago, we were looking for something, so we rewatched Shield. And it was when we got, it was like, oh shit, I completely forgot Bill Paxton was in this, and this is like his last role. I'm like, this is awesome. It's in there. I'm like, yeah, Bill Paxton, cool. I haven't seen him in a while. But yeah, I forgot he kind of passed away like 2 years ago. That's why.
Yeah. Sad. He left behind a lot of good shit to watch.
He made awesome stuff. It was funny. One of things that pops up in my feed sometimes was like great underdog last stand things.
Mm-hmm.
So of course, what was on the list was Predator 2 with Bill Paxton and or not Predator, Aliens 2. I mean.
Yeah,
with Bill Paxton when they're in the tunnel, and they're just like, yeah, we're fine.
Yeah, they're gonna die.
But they killed a lot of aliens, or shot them. I don't know if they killed them, but they shot them.
But like, yeah, I haven't really, like, as an adult, I haven't really given Predator 2 the fair shake that it deserves.
Yeah,
I have seen Predators.
Which one was that?
That was the third one when they were on the planet.
I like that one.
I did too.
It was cool.
I mean, the dogs were a little much, but it was kind of neat to see, like, that's like a stage 1 Predator.
Yeah, the different, like, there's different the classes.
That's like a first gen, and you got,
yeah,
you know, or whatever. It's fucking still weird though.
I know. I just saw recently it's gonna come out on like Hulu or something. Somebody's making a new
Skull.
Yeah,
it's called the Predator prequel. Yeah,
and it's supposed to be like a long time ago. So I'm interested to see what era.
It's supposed to be their first journey to Earth. And
did they say what era it's gonna be? Because that's what
I mean with the Native Americans.
Oh, okay, cool.
Yeah.
Well,
I'm really interested to see it.
Like I said, I remember thinking what would have been cool because I like again at the end of Predator 2 they show he hands the musket to Danny Glover.
Yeah,
right.
And that's why I would be like, yeah, that'd be kind of cool to see, like, you know, pirates or something
during the Civil War or something.
Yeah, something like during some weird thing going on.
Wouldn't that be some shit if the Predator came down during the Civil War? Oh. Like in the middle of the war, ooh.
Yeah.
Lots of trophies.
That's a bad day.
I'm sure they could come up with something that would work with that.
Mm-hmm. I know you're watching Hollywood.
Hear us out.
Kickstarter. Get this going, boys. No, I'm looking forward to that new Predator movie. Like, as soon as it said Native Americans, I was like, I'm in.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know what it was going to be about. I just heard that it was going to be their first, like you had said, the first journey. So it was like, all right, they can go anywhere from like caveman times, I guess, like to, you know.
World War II. I'm sure like that.
So that'll definitely be pretty cool to see.
That would be. I think Predator versus Vikings would be awesome.
Yeah,
that would be fun. Yeah, I'm sure they could.
Like a big berserker ends up.
Yeah.
Like comes down to him and like the Predator, just like with a big ass battle axe. Fuck. Chris Styles. He would be good for this conversation.
He would.
Fuck. Talking to him next week. Because we're doing a post-con episode. That'll be fun.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm getting excited.
This weekend. Go time.
It sucks.
It's so weird to have conventions in Pennsylvania. I mean, you know, out towards Pittsburgh, sure, and Philly, but like, not here. They're doing the unthinkable.
Not in just regular old PA.
Yeah.
Well, I didn't even know about it till like after I moved, but literally from where I grew up, 2 towns over is where they started doing one of those heroes and villains cons that they have running. I'm like, I was still kind of in the area when it was going on, and I had no idea about it. I'm like, well, I just totally missed out on that.
Shit.
Well,
like, they actually got some like decent people to go there, so it was like, oh, that would have been cool to.
You'll get like San Diego Comic-Con and shit, though.
Yeah.
I have my passes.
Sweet.
No, we're not going to this one. Like, we tried so hard when we got here to like get them, and it was, first year we missed out, second year we missed out. We had our son, we got our tickets, and he was like, you know, 2 months. So it was like, yeah, we're not doing this.
Yeah.
How are we gonna bring a 2-month-old?
Yeah.
It's notoriously like ridiculous. Or no, he wasn't 2 months. I think he was about a year and 2 months at that point when we got the tickets for it. So I have them sitting in actually the room over. I have like this whole little box. You don't pay for them. It's all lottery. You get them.
Oh, okay.
We got so we got everything. Or if we paid for them, I forget. Because again, it was over 4 years ago now.
Right.
Or not 4. It was about a little under 3 years ago. But we couldn't go when it happened. So they're cool. I got a pin. I got the lanyard with the little like
you got the
plastic
pass.
hole. Yeah, the whole pass and everything. We were there. We got the whole weekend.
That's wicked.
It would have been fun. We just, unfortunately, it's a lottery, so we got it, and then we weren't. When we were still applying, we might have been pregnant at that point. We were still pushing it. I think they just keep you in it once you apply or whatever.
I've never done anything.
Or we just pushed it and thought we could do it, and then at the last minute, we're like, this is not gonna work.
Damn. Speaking of passes, here's my Wizard World pass for the horror show.
Oh, nice.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
Cool.
I love those big, thick fucking card passes. They're the best.
Yeah, they're just neat little crap to hold on to.
Yeah.
Well, and mine was weird.
Free souvenir, man.
Yeah. I think the big thing, or one of the things being advertised that year, because I remember it being in there, was Jack Ryan on Amazon.
Oh, damn. Yeah.
Yeah. So it was like right around when that show was starting, because that was like one of the things in the box was like a Jack Ryan thing.
Oh, fuck. You know, we don't get any guests like that up here at all.
Well, I don't know if he was going to be there, but I knew
getting Michael Rooker.
That's true. I can't wait. I hope I'm the only person who offers some chocolate covered pretzels.
Get there's a whole line of people with chocolate covered pretzels. You're like, son of a.
I'll be pissed. But everyone's gonna know him as Yondu for sure. So
yeah.
Well, at this point, yes, you should be past the chocolate pretzels.
There's gonna be people with the fucking thing on their head.
Exactly.
Well, you know, it was really funny about 6 years ago, because we were, it was before, or not, probably 7 now. It was before we moved out to California. We were out here and we were at a film festival thing, and what's his name was there? the radio host from what the hell is that stupid movie? The Outlaws or the Lone Rangers?
Airheads.
Airheads. What's his name?
Montana.
Joe Montana was there, and everybody's asking him like all these serious questions. I'm like, fucking, I loved you in
Loved you in Airheads, man.
It was amazing.
Please tell me that made him happy.
You know what? He laughed, but I don't know if it was out of like "fuck you" or like, yeah, that was a fun movie to make.
Well, no, because some people, like some of those big actors like that, when you see them in a small bit part, like they're in like mafia shit, like he is. He's in a bunch of mafia, and then he does Airheads.
Well, it's funny because my wife's like up there. She's like, I loved Searching for Bobby Fischer, which again, great movie. But she's like naming, and I'm like, yo, Airheads was awesome.
That's what I'm saying. Like, usually if you call them out on like one of their lesser known roles, they're like, oh my god, you saw that? Yeah, let's.
I couldn't tell by his reaction. I was like, either he thought it was annoying or he thought it was funny. I don't know.
Yeah, he's laughing
because
he finds it hilarious, or he's telling me to go fuck myself.
And all I can think of is like, it's such a stupid movie. How could it have been awful to make? It had to be goofy as shit.
I had to have fun making that. I would have loved making that movie.
I'm like, you're hanging out with Adam Sandler and fucking Steve Buscemi and Brendan Fraser. I'm like, it's got to be goofy. There's no way anybody's being serious the entire time.
All right, while we're on that movie, what's your most memorable line? Because you know it's full of them.
What's that, Airheads?
Yeah.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
What's your favorite line from that movie?
Yeah, what's the part where Kip's wearing the girl's underwear? I can't remember that, or when he goes, I used to masturbate constantly. Always funny. Just always too stupid.
Wasn't that Stuttering John?
Yeah.
John
Melendez, yeah.
That's right, I forgot that was him.
My favorite line is, for all you care, our entire album could be Pip farting on a snare drum.
That's a good one.
And he just goes, I ain't farting on no snare drums.
It was just a good stupid movie with a lot of good people in it, and even like little cameos were good.
Fucking Lemmy.
Yeah.
I was editor of the school magazine.
But let me what's his name? Egon.
Harold Ramis.
Yeah, Harold Ramis. Just for like the little stupid part.
He's a fucking undercover cop.
Just get him in there. He had
He's
his 5
a cop.
minutes. You know, he had it was that little renaissance for him, because then like not long after that was Orange County, and that was another great little fucking part.
Oh my fucking god.
Orange County was a funny fucking movie.
That was ridiculous.
And his part in it was amazing.
Yeah, I can't remember what was it, ecstasy? He's
just all fucked up.
He was in like a Motrin bottle.
I need to watch that movie again. I
recently watched it, but I can't remember when. But
my kid got into a bench that's we had the child lock on it, but that's where all the DVDs were locked away. But I don't know, we don't use them. We stream everything, so they just sit there. But he opened it, and one of the movies I saw in there was like Orange County. I'm like, crap, I feel like I need to watch this, and I don't know if this is on anything.
It might be.
If it is, I have to look, but I was like, I haven't seen it. It hasn't popped in my head in years, so it was like, holy crap, Orange County.
That was when I discovered LimeWire. It's because I downloaded that movie illegally.
Yeah.
Yep.
Those were the days.
Oh, everything.
Oh, God.
When I was
so many viruses.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, you fucked up computers all over the place.
All I remember was, 18 going to college, and I went to Rutgers University in New Jersey. So now somebody has created this thing. I forget exactly what it was called. Who knows what they use now? We had Ethernet and everything, but this was like a whole Rucker server. So because it was more consolidated, it was like, so everything. You wanted to, like, even with like fast internet, like downloading a song would take a little, like a minute, something like that. With this thing, it was like, I want a song. Okay, cool. I typed it in, play. You don't even wait. It was like 10 seconds and the whole thing was downloaded. So same thing, movies, whatever. It was just like, I want to watch this movie. You might wait 10 seconds for the whole thing to download.
Yeah. I remember, like, we got internet for the first time in 1998. And it was that dial-up shit.
Yep.
Took 20 minutes just to connect.
Yep.
And God forbid to get a phone call.
Oof.
So eventually my mom got a second line.
I think that's what everybody ended up doing.
You had to.
Yeah.
You had to.
Yep.
I remember doing the same thing.
And then I remember it was a precursor to Comcast around here. It was still a local cable company, but they bought out the other local cable company. And we got their internet, and it was cable. Oh, yeah. I was off to the races after that. Yeah. My mom's computer was not safe.
No. You do whatever.
Everything was being downloaded on that.
I don't know why the computer doesn't work anymore.
Yeah, like, I don't know, Mom.
It was you. It was like that when I got here.
I was playing games. I don't know what to tell you.
I only do Minesweeper and homework.
I had to copy and paste this article.
And this is the last place you went. Ma, how could you?
And now I'm laughing about hearing Matt talking about how they put his papers through fucking like a thing where they can like look to see if you like copied shit. And I'm just laughing like, damn, that it was so unregulated back then. It was like the Wild West. You're like, nah, I'll just put a whole paper into my paper. Here you go. Yeah, okay, this is really good.
Thompson said.
That fucking freaked me out, man. That was not cool.
I never experienced that. I was long before any of that.
And well, this is like my last fucking year. How's it not come up before now?
It's very interesting that yes, at this day and age, that it took until about this year for them.
Yeah,
we should see if people are cheating on their papers.
I mean, for fuck's sakes, I use like a million references. I'm not a meathead. Like I properly cite. I'm not cheating, but you switch the format and then you're like, well, you need blah 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 and 30% this and. Look, man, I'm old. I barely even know what the fuck you're talking about in the first place. Let's just break it down to what an idiot would understand, and we'll go from there.
I still go to Alta Vista before I go to other websites.
And how did you know that?
Oh.
Because we're all there.
It was so hilarious that you said Alta Vista, though. That was the very first fucking place I ever went on the internet.
Fuck, I couldn't tell you the first place I ever went.
Netscape.
Oh, no, I could. WWF.com.
Yeah. I was Beavis and Butthead.
No, I thought we were talking about like servers. I totally remember using Netscape. Netscape was the way to go.
Yeah, that was the browser, man. That was the browser.
That was so fucking bad. That was such a garbage browser, too.
They're all terrible. What was it? Ask Jeeves and Web Crawler.
Anybody remember Lycos?
Oh, I do remember Lycos. Do you remember Prodigy? Prodigy was before AOL.
That's old school. That's like pre-dark web.
Oh, I remember using Prodigy. I still don't understand what it was.
Oh man. Well, Chris, thank you, man.
That was fucking amazing.
We semi-stayed on track of what was going
Not
on.
even once, but that was amazing.
We touched it.
We skimmed the surface. Good.
Yeah.
Skinned our knees a little bit.
I was nervous. It was my first time. You guys
couldn't tell, but it was fucking awesome.
Yeah, man, this was a lot of fun. We'll have you back.
All right, it was good
All
times.
technical
Yes.
difficulties aside, this one was
a lot of laughs. And we have our horror episodes coming up in the next couple months, starting
Nice.
post HorrorCon. I'm sure this episode will go up after HorrorCon too. I'm not sure.
We'll see.
Yeah, we'll figure it out tomorrow.
Got shit
Oh
to
yeah,
do.
our contest.
Of course, we gotta push it in every episode.
Design a logo. Win that comic.
And if you enter now, you'll be half of the contestants.
So you're saying I got a chance?
Anybody's ball game.
Well, now maybe I will. I was like, I'm like, yeah, I'm doing it.
Mashups, anything you want it to be.
I literally now have a chance to win, so
Yeah.
I might do that.
Everybody.
You betcha.
All right, guys. Well, thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thanks, man. Yeah, Craig and I are going to HorrorCon this weekend. Meet up with Chris Styles. It's going to be a lot of fun. And we got some special guests coming up at the end of the month here. And then we're kicking off horror season. So we're going to have fun. Chris, thanks again, buddy.
Thank you guys
Awesome.
very much. Had a great time.
That's fantastic.
Well, Craig, James, Matt, thank you.
It was all right.
Anytime.
Anytime you want to come back, you're more than welcome.
No problem. Sounds good, guys. Well,
And
we might hit a subject. we might land.
We might touch on something on our list here.
You
That
might
works
not.
out.
That's the exciting part.
Well, next time I might watch the movie while we're doing this. So I can comment during. Instead of being like, yeah, I remember that.
All right.
Thank you.
You've been the Geek Day. Later.
No matter where you are, with Thumb Rustlers, it's just like being in a wrestling ring. With Hulk Hogan and Rowdy Roddy Piper.
1, 2, 3, pin!
Wherever you are, it's like real wrestling action. With Junkyard Dog and Bullfrog. Thumb Rustle anywhere with Hulk in the Iron Sheik.
Okay, kids, back to class.
Wrestle anywhere with Wrestling Superstars Thumb Rustlers, new from LJN.
Mom, here come the popples for your child.
Popples are pals that pop out of pockets. Popples are pals that pop out of pockets. A soft fuzzy ball that turns into a friend. The fun keeps building and the laughing never